Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Riot, and I'm sitting pretty starting riots right here on iLLANOiZE Radio. And every single week, you come and you watch these great interviews, and you still ain't subscribed. What are you doing? Hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on too.
This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot going down right now.
Walking world, walking world, walking world, walking world, walking world, walking world. It's iLLANOiZE Radio, Chicago's most valuable radio show. I'm your host, Biko, alongside Pretty Riot, iLLANOiZE Jones. You just heard a joint from Big Boss Blossom called Hello 1.0. And as you all know, we bring you the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today, all the way from Buffalo to Atlanta, Big Boss Blossom is in the building.
Welcome. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Welcome to Chicago.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Chicago. I know you was here like, what, a month ago or so, if I'm not mistaken.
Like 2 months, yeah.
What brings you back?
I like it here. Oh, she loved the city. We love to hear it. I always liked it. I ain't gonna lie. I think I always liked the music here. Mm-hmm. So it just be interesting, like to feel the atmosphere of the city for real and network. I like that it's actually like it's still networking energy here. Like on the outside looking in, people don't think that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I know a lot of artists don't just come out of state being like running around bodies that don't care. Like people be like,
You is by yourself too.
Yeah.
You done got comfortable.
I know it ain't sweet, but I mean,
Who's some of the artists that you networked with since you've been here, been visiting?
I mean, I meet a lot of artists from Chicago in Atlanta, so I kind of know a couple of people. Like I know it's a female. She actually was on my project. Her name is You Know Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my people. That's my girl.
I see Kid Wonder on there as well.
Yeah, Kid Wonder. I be working with him on the producer side. I got a couple of joints with him. I got some stuff. I be messing with a Crazy Mob too, with like DY and all them over there.
So you
Nemo 600. I know about him. I know a couple of. I can't really
So you tapped in. In.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I want to know, so you said you like the energy in Chicago. I want to know, and you speaking on you like the music. What was the first song that you heard from a Chicago artist or the first Chicago song that made you be like, oh, I'll fuck with them? I mean, I probably didn't know it at the time, but you know, Kanye. But I didn't know it at the time. But when I really started getting like into it, like, oh yeah, Chicago music study, it probably was honestly, it probably was Chief Keef, of course. It was Chief Keef, and then it was G Herbo on them. Okay. And then like I was listening, I was crew hopping with the music though. I was listening.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I was listening to Lil JoJo. I was listening to what is it? L.A. Capone. Lil Pappy. That was the
You was
one.
real dumb.
I was about to say she was really into it.
Yeah.
Who else? It was the Duck song Slide. That was going crazy in Buffalo.
Damn, really?
That was going crazy in Buffalo. Yeah.
Is
Love Foe. Yeah. They all, I mean, Buffalo loves Chicago music. So it was like everybody that got lit from Chicago, we was listening to them too.
So when you say like FBG Duck Slide was going crazy, was that like radio play or just people out in the streets just having it in a heavy rotation?
See, that's the thing. Buffalo it wasn't a lot of radio playing the underground. We just had our own underground, like word of mouth music type shit.
That no wonder I see why you travel around and do what you do to network. Cause it sounds like the networking opportunity out there is like slim to none almost.
Nah, it's a real like we 6 hours away from the city, so it's completely not near New York City. You know, New York is nothing but networking. There's a million people everywhere. But here we 6 hours away. We like right across, like you could see Canada. On some parts of Buffalo, it's the water. You can look and you can see Canada from across the bridge. And then I think we 3 hours from Cleveland.
And
y'all 6 hours
was
from New York City.
and
3 hours
but
from
3
Cleveland.
hours from
and could look
Cleveland.
at Canada, right? So we right at the end. We at the edge of shit, and we got connectors, but we don't got like we don't got them lit music cities that's right around the corner. So
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
about to ask, like, hearing that y'all are so close to Cleveland is honestly shocking to me.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, like, have you heard of any like Cleveland artists that you like?
My mom is from Cleveland, so Cleveland is like my second hometown. And no, I do know it's this one guy. His name is Trap. And yeah, that's it.
He got
though.
some shit.
I don't really know. And it is another one. His name is Aki.
Aki. I
It's
feel like I
somebody
heard of
named
Aki.
Yeah, he had a little twerk song that was lit for a minute.
Okay.
Now, the only thing I know about Buffalo, Bills, of course, but you got the Bills.
And wings.
And y'all got some crazy ass weather. I be seeing a lot of crazy snowfall and of course Griselda and Benny the Butcher. I mean, what are some other things outside? What are some other things that people may not know about Buffalo outside of what you just taught us with how it's by Cleveland and it's 6 hours away from New York? So, for instance, if I was to travel to Buffalo, where should I? What's a recommendation of like where I should go and where I should not go?
Where you should go? I mean, one thing that we ain't got nothing. We got some food for you. Like, we got some food. And I don't listen. We ain't about to do the arguing because all of my Chicago friends, they want to debate me and say they food is better. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hear it. No. I just had a piece of pizza and the pepperonis was inside of the cheese and it blew me real bad.
You had some bad.
You went to the wrong spot.
Yeah, where'd you
I
go?
had some other pizza too out here and I ain't like it. So I don't know. It wasn't bad though. Don't get me wrong.
Go
It
to
was better. It was
Diarco's.
better than a lot of other places. But for some reason, Buffalo, we might not have a lot of things.
But
But
y'all got
when
that
it comes to
food.
that food, them chicken wings, the pizza, I feel like can't nobody fuck with it.
Is your business struggling? Trying to get your followers up? No problem. You can advertise with us right now. Tap that link above. Now let's get back to the show.
We kind of did talk about like your roots in Buffalo, but I want to know like how you were actually introduced to music.
I was always like, I think like when I was a kid, I was the little girl that knew every lyric to every song, like, and I was like into singing too. I liked to sing all the singing songs, but I did like the rap all the little boy song, and I used to get in trouble behind it too. So my mom was one of the moms. Oh, you know them rap lyrics? You better know that schoolwork.
Oh yeah, every black mama right there.
That's a good mama.
But I remember this one song. Lil Wayne, my favorite rapper, by the way.
Same.
So I was in a car and I was in the backseat. I'm like, I'm a venereal disease. Like
I bleed.
my mom boyfriend was like, do you know what a venereal disease is? I was like, no. Oh, when I got older and I found out what it was, I said, oh wow. That's what I was saying I was? Okay. And then I remember this one song, I just liked the music. I didn't know we don't be knowing what we be saying most of the time. Like, but I was in the backseat. I was real little. I was like under 10. I was in the backseat like, I can't even say it, yo. I was like, put it in my mouth.
You was on the Aquanelli.
But I tell you, my mom turned around and slapped the shit out of me, and I'm like, what was that for? Like, I didn't know, like, but I just love music.
Why do black parents pop us first and then don't give us no explanation?
Right,
That was when you started doing what you.
How I'm supposed to know that I wasn't supposed to put it in my mouth if you don't tell me?
right, but
Why
you
I'm
was
not
putting it in your
supposed to
mouth too, though. Like, nah, let me stop.
Hey, y'all hilarious. Is it true though that King Von Crazy Story is like the first joint you recorded over?
Yeah, that is the first time I even tried to like get in the studio. Like I did little freestyles like when I was younger, just playing around. Like I had made a little song about a girl I wanted to fight, and it was to Bruno Mars, the Lazy song. You know, yeah. Today I'm not. So I think I made a song. I was like, today I swear I'm not taking no shorts. I don't know. I was playing, but yeah, King Von Crazy Story. That was the first song I really See, this is why I belong in Chicago. I just thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was the first song I ever recorded. Like, and cause I used to feel like it was taking me too long to write. I think I used to try to write here and there, and it used to take too long, and I was like, fuck it. But the King Von joint, I actually wrote it. I liked it a little bit, and I recorded. That was the first song I recorded in the studio.
What made you feel like I gotta take this serious? I want to go in the studio. I want to take it serious.
I don't even know if that's what it was. I will say, like, yeah, I was a photographer first. I was a photographer, and I was in the mix. I was a photographer and a model. I just be doing too much. But I was in the mix. I was around a lot of celebrities. I was like, and coming from Buffalo, like, it's not really normal that I could say, like, I know all of these people. I done been around these people. I be in the rooms with them. So it was like a hype at first, but then after doing, I was in the mix, and I was all the way in, and I was in it for a minute, for like a couple of years. And then it became boring. It became boring. It was cool to have the network and know these people, but it became like, all right, I want to do what I need to do. Me, I need to make my lane and build, my destiny. So, and I always loved music. I always had a little secret fetish for female rap too before it got lit. And I ain't even gonna tell y'all some of the people I used to listen to. They was from Chicago, some females. And
Go
they ain't
ahead
even,
and tell us.
Yeah.
it was a girl named K Karma. She
Oh,
had
yeah.
I was about to
K
say,
Karma,
I
yup.
remember
She
K
had
Karma.
a
Yup.
Fuck Up Some Commas remix. That was my shit. Then it was these Florida girls. It was these girls named like Conceited Demeanor, Tokyo Jets. I had a lot of her shit when she was like sitting in the car and shit. But yeah, K Karma, and I remember Katie got bands too.
Katie.
Yep.
Bow bow.
But yeah, I always had a little thing for female rap before it became so prominent. So
You said before it became so prominent. It sound like you looked at things. Well, I can't say you look at things, but it sound like it was a trend to you. Do you feel like
yeah, it was
that
a trend
was
to
a trend
me
at the time?
But it wasn't a trend. No, it wasn't a trend at first. It was like we just finally had got Nikki, and then two Fuse in here. Remy been around, but she was kind of in a lane by herself for a minute with Lil' Kim. But now female rap is a trend. It's to the point where people that are rich already off other things trying to rap because it's the wave now. So that's what I mean by that. It wasn't the wave back then when I kind of had a little thing for it. But
Things changed. Things
it
changed.
did,
You're right.
because now it's like, I ain't gonna lie, it's probably, but you better off, putting it on working with a female artist than a male artist, because a female got more chances
motion.
to stay around. Yeah.
I mean, let's tap back into some old music. You sent a couple joints over. You even sent the joint over that I was looking at that was on your Apple Music, and that's gone.
What? Which one?
It's gone.
What is it?
Ooh ah was up, and then
It was up.
It was
wasn't
up.
supposed to be up.
It was up. It's gone. See,
It was. I postponed it. I was gonna drop it. I was supposed to drop it 2 days ago, but I pushed it back.
oh, that's what, because it was up. I saw it up because it was your latest single, and then I went back a couple today. I'm like, where the hell it go?
Yeah, and it dropped too early. I didn't tell it to. I gave it a
so-
date, and it dropped earlier than the date.
So is that your
So-
reason for pushing it back?
No, I pushed it back because I wanted to do a different type of marketing that I didn't get a chance to do before.
Well, I ain't gonna play it just yet since it ain't even out yet.
I mean, you can play it though.
I'm gonna play it. I ain't gonna play it just yet though.
Okay.
I want people to. Because that joint cold. You did your thing, and pull up on you. Tell us about Pull Up on You and who produced it.
Pull Up on Me. That was produced by a guy named Chris Davis. He's a great producer. He's a great creator. He doesn't like to be considered just a producer because he far from it. He do it all. Like, he helps develop the artist and the sounds. You could see that type of sound. Ain't nobody got that out of me. He kind of forced that. It's like a more pop type of R&B sound. It's not something I'm used to, but it actually sounded good, and I enjoy doing it. It was a different vibe. It bring a different fan base.
How was he able to get those vocals out of you? Because you was singing on this joint.
I know. It was. I mean, like I said, I used to sing, so I liked it. I like singing, but I'm a rapper. I don't like being in my feelings. Like when I go perform, I don't want to make everybody cry. I want to make us turn up. Like I don't want to be sad. Like it ain't, but he really just like he'll tell me like, okay, well, sing this a little lower. All right, repeat it. Sing this a little higher.
So
All
he
right,
a
repeat it.
producer.
Yeah, like so that's what I'm saying. Like he put a sound that ain't nobody even really trying to put, and I wouldn't think like because that's not my lane. So I'm not just gonna automatically think. Let me just do this. Like I'll show y'all the one song I did on my own, and you can see the difference. It was cool, but it wasn't all the way there.
Oh, shout out Raw Ruler, man. If you don't know who do our films, our photography, it's the man right behind the lens, and we calls him Raw. Y'all get in tune. It's Ruler Images on Instagram, or follow on Raw Ruler, and he gonna get you right. Whether you need video, whether you need photography, he's the one you call when you need to look good. All right.
So I know we was talking off air, and you was like, you don't go home that much. When you do, you in and out. Mm-hmm. You used to be outside, used to be in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
How was it to transition from an artist or just being a creative? Because you told me you was doing photography and all that. Mm-hmm. Like, how was that transitioning from the streets and getting into like a creative field?
Okay, so I mean, I want to say I was always creative. I was always into music overly. I always loved pictures. Like I used to actually like take pictures at the train station, go home, edit them, and give them to people. But it was like those kind of lanes. It's not really like it's not easy to really blow up with it. So it wasn't an immediate thing for me. Like I was a fast mover. So I didn't pay no attention basically. I was into all the wrong shit. Like I used to be the nicest thing. I was talking about it. I just got a podcast called Get It Off Your Chest. I was talking about it. Like basically I was the nicest thing in the world. Nicest little girl. Couldn't say no to nothing, nobody. That don't get you nowhere. That had me at least having to beat somebody ass every year since first grade. And like once I got in like 8th grade, it was just like, all right, okay. I ain't even about to argue no more. I ain't about to let nobody. It became like a whole all the time thing. Then like the gang stuff came into place. And then with that, it was just like, I mean, you get your respect. You get your respect. If you know what you're doing and you solid with everything, the respect was there. So it was like, I wanted to say at first it was just fun. It was what it was. It was like a loyalty. It was like having a family. But as we get older, I ain't think of it like that. I don't know if none of the kids, when we come out of it, we think like, okay, it's going to get like bad. Like, yeah, we fighting. Yeah, oh no, when it gets deadly, it be different. Like we didn't know it was, I didn't think like that. Like, I didn't think it was going to get as deadly as it did. Like my neighborhood was like the worst and the most hated neighborhood in Buffalo. So it was like a lot of bodies on all sides. So it's like, I don't know, coming from like, like growing up with people and it's like they disappear and they gone. It definitely is gonna make you, is gonna make you cherish every day of life differently. And then 2 is gonna make you feel like, all right, I might need to start doing something different because like the odds are stacked against me. Like I know more people that is, deceased than doing good. Mm. So I don't know, that kind of like that alone, like I went through a situation. Where being into that, I had been involved in like cars getting shot up and stuff like that. Like I ended up dealing with, I had a boyfriend. The boyfriend wasn't favored by my neighborhood.
You say had a boyfriend.
He got killed. And it was a crazy situation because I was into a lot of stuff, and a lot of people didn't like me because I used to beat a lot of people up. So when that came about, they dragged my name real bad. Try to blame me for it, even though it was nothing giving that, but just because of who I was And it was a crazy situation. It was I don't know how much time we got, but that's a whole nother.
It sounds like PTSD.
That's a whole nother.
That's what that sound like to me.
Yeah, it was a whole nother. So after going through that, I would definitely say like it was the craziest situation in my life, because I was like 18, I was 17, 18, and I went through that. I went through a phase where it's like I couldn't trust nobody. I was like locked. I was like in a room. Like I don't think I was in a room. I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't like it was bad. I think I went to a point where I didn't bathe. I just sat there and looked at the phone. And, I looked at the phone.
It's like you put yourself in a cell.
Listen, I looked at the phone, and the phone was the whole internet with my name making up stories. But that's why I always say, like, I ain't worried about the media, the music. Like, baby, all that's it's good publicity to me at this point, because I done been there. I done seen it. Mm-hmm. So a person that never experienced it might be like, oh, my God, these people are talking crazy. Oh, no, I watched my whole city. Some people I was cool with, some people that I thought, would have knew me better than to, believe that or go for it, or people that just, I seen all of it. It was so much to the point where I wanted to beat up everybody. But it was so much that when I did start coming back outside, I'd be speaking to these people, and then I get home and remember, like, damn, they had made a status. But it was like, it was so many people, what can I do? So it's like I went through that phase where it was like I couldn't trust nobody. I seen life differently, because the way the situation happened, like, it could have been me too. Like, people actually thought it was me. It was like RAP posters. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. So after that, like, I was kind of forced to look at life differently. I stayed in the city for a little bit, but I really couldn't. Like, I couldn't really do much. So I went to Florida for a little bit. And Florida kind of opened my eyes to a lot. And it showed me that it was way more to life than little Buffalo. Like, so it made me want to reach out and do more and touch for stars and things that I probably wouldn't have thought about being confined in Buffalo.
What was that I don't even want to call it a breaking point, but that moment when you had to, like, pick yourself up, like you said, when you started going back outside, like, because, like, being slandered, like, having people drag your name through the dirt, like, that's nothing easy to just, like, bounce back from. So what was your point when you like, all right, I done sat here, I done cried, I done let y'all talk y'all shit, now I could get back outside?
Well, like I said, first, like, I stayed for a little bit, but it wasn't much I could do in the environment. It wasn't nobody I could really trust, really. So I left. I tried out Florida. I ain't gonna lie, I loved Florida. Like, I loved it. But before that situation happened, I had my own everything at a young age. And I wasn't used to having to, live with people and stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, Florida, baby, you gotta have that bag. You gotta have that bag. So I went home.
How old were you when you moved to Florida?
Like 19.
By yourself?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew people, but they lived in, like, a country part. I wanted to move to Miami. I drove to Miami. Like, yes, I'm trying to see what Miami like, but I didn't. Like, I would have had to stay with people to stay. So I ended up leaving and going back home. And then, like, for a while, it was like, my family would be like, are you sure you want to, and I ain't gonna lie, I had to just, like, after I tried to be as low as I could, but, like, I do what I want. Like, I go outside, I'm everywhere, you never there. Like, that was always me. So for me to be trying to move a little different, it wasn't me, and it wasn't pleasant. It was kind of miserable. So one day I just was like, yo, you know what? Like, I think I looked in the mirror. I'm like, listen, I know for a fact, I did nothing wrong. Like, I know that. So if God want to take me off this earth for something I ain't do, then that's just what was written in the book for me. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I had to say in the mirror. Like, if God want to take me out for something that, that I didn't do, then that's what was written in the book for me. But I am not about to, like, live my life. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm saying that, and that's because I did me, but I would never not have PTSD. I would never just, like, I have a complex about people coming to my house. Because after that situation happened, my house was broken into, ransacked, everything. And I had a house party. I was young. I had my own house. I had a house party. Who knows who gave out my address? Who knows? Mm-hmm. So now I'm very funny. Like, I'm a female, and a lot of the things, the way that I move like a male with murder beef. And it's just because I've been there before, and I know that when nobody's thinking, that's when somebody come and do something to you. Now it might could just be my PTSD, but it ain't gonna never be me. I know I pay attention to every cars behind me. Like I have different antennas than the average female. I would say that.
I know at some point people probably be stumbling over the name.
I was
Big
finna
block,
fuck
little
it
bro.
up so bad. I knew I was. I was finna boop, 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 boop.
Blossom. Anybody ever call you Big Blossom?
Yeah, I use both, but I ain't gonna lie. Big Boss Blossom, it was not even an artist name. That was. Let my mom tell her that was my street name.
Blossom? Oh,
Yeah, the whole
that's
thing.
funny.
Like
Big
the
Boss,
Powerpuff
Big
Girls.
Boss, Big Boss Blossom.
Like the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, she was a boss.
Hey,
Oh, I actually
Boss
that's how
Blossom.
it started too. It was really just a Facebook name, and it was me and two girls. One of us I was Angelica, she was Susie. Then we ended up getting this other girl into our group, so we needed something with 3. And I was the leader of it, so of course I had to take the Blossom, and then I had a Buttercup Bubbles, but they couldn't hang. They ain't last long as me.
what was this? Was this a group of rapping or singing?
No, it was
just
just
a street
it was
gang?
just some girls.
Okay. Y'all was real powder puff. Got you. Okay. I'm thinking this is like an R&B
Sugar,
or hip-hop
spice,
group.
and everything nice.
No, not nice.
And then
That was my
Professor,
Facebook name,
then
Blossom
Professor
Sugar Spice.
knocked in some chemical X.
Yeah.
No, we were talking about your transition to Florida, then you transition back to Buffalo, and then you transition to Atlanta. So what led you to Atlanta?
Okay, so my transition to Miami, like I said, it was cool, but I liked it in my personal space, and I couldn't get that there. Not that young. I ain't had no money. So I came back to Buffalo. I got back on my feet. Like I had to build everything. Like I had to get my house, car, job. I had to do everything over again. And but I did it though. I did it. And then I ended up having my father passed away. My father passed away, and then I got pregnant. My plan was been to get back gone before I got stuck there. That was always my thought, before I got stuck there with either a baby or jail. And I got pregnant, so at that point I stayed a little bit longer. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait for her to be able to talk, then I'm out of there. But I always knew, like, I seen it. I had a chance to see it. I seen life differently. I seen things outside of Buffalo. So I knew I had to get up out of there. And I chose Atlanta because Atlanta was musically. I always loved Atlanta as far as music too. Like before Chicago, because Atlanta had they had the fun turn up music. Like they had a different vibe. So I heard it was Atlanta and Chicago. Them was the two places as far as music for me, and of course New York City. But
Atlanta's a new scene for you. It's out of New York.
And it was just like, it was opportunity. I knew that it was a lot going on. I know it was a lot of people there, and I know that the way I'm set up, the way my drive is, I knew I couldn't lose. I knew I could get I really kind of built myself up to just like how I am in Buffalo, well known, or whatever the case may be, respected. I have the same thing in Atlanta, and that's not my hometown. It's not easy to do that. You gotta be a special type of person to come conquer somebody else's city.
Right.
You ain't lying. I mean, be honest, don't lie. Like, has the support in Atlanta been what you thought it would be? Like since moving in?
I mean, it's not as easy as people think. I know a lot of people, hairstylists, music artists, everybody come to Atlanta and think they just gonna blow up tomorrow because they was lit in their city. Like, that's your city. You was born and raised there. You went to school there. It's different. Here, you gotta put it in. You have to network. I be trying to tell people that all the time. You gotta get outside. You was the littest hairstylist in this small little country town, yeah, but you got competition out here. But honestly, the competition really don't matter because to each his own. But you got to be in their face. They got to see you. People got to see you. Like, that's the way I do it. I kill shit on the internet, but I'm outside too, everywhere.
That's how you got to be in people's faces. I mean, do you feel like having an arts background, because you also went to school, I don't know if it was high school, for art school in Buffalo, But do you feel like having that background also help you blossom the way you are right now and be able to maneuver in Atlanta?
I mean, definitely. I would say I went there from 5th grade to like 11th grade, and it was a performing arts school, and I went there for theater. I went there for acting. I really got referred there for singing, but I was too shy. Like, I was too shy to sing. So the singing teacher,
sing, huh?
no.
You holding out.
The singing teacher, she referred me to go, but she knew I was too shy to really like, cause you have to audition. So she knew I was too shy to do that, so she told me to do theater. So that's how I got in there for theater. But it definitely did match my personality. Like, it gives me like, you know how people start off with stage fright? Like, I know an artist, I'm gonna say his name, Vori.
Okay, yeah.
Vori is an artist, and I couldn't believe when he told me he never, hope he don't get mad at me for saying this, but he told me he never performed. And he did good off music. He was a writer first, and now he was with Meek, and he rocked with Kanye.
Yeah.
And he said he said it like we talked. He said it was because of the self-esteem issues growing up, and he is who he is, but he still ain't did it. But I think I kind of was able to skip that because I did get on stages my whole childhood with like plays and stuff like that. So that definitely came into play. Like, musically, it was. I guess it did. I guess I can say it did. Yeah.
I gotta. I'm laughing because you gonna know what I'm talking about when I ask you this. Have you seen The Color Purple yet?
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, I did. I went to see it like 2 days after it came out.
Did you make the scene? Make the cut?
I don't know, because I was late. I came to the movies to see it, and I was late, and I didn't see it from what I seen, though. But I ain't gonna lie, I didn't tell people that when I posted that. I kind of left set, too. Like, I got the gig from a talent agency, and it was paid or whatever, so I was like, hey, and it's The Color Purple. Wow, like, but, I'm like, I be doing my own thing. Like, I'm me. And it was a big production. It was a lot of people. It was hot as hell. It was hot
Was
as
it filmed
hell.
in Atlanta?
Yes. It wasn't in Atlanta. It was on the outskirts. Okay. It looked exactly like 1820s. It felt like it was hot. It was horses. It was.
She said it was hot. She put emphasis on my hot.
Listen. They covered up my ear piercing, my like, yo. They had me looking, feeling, smelling, thinking like I was in 1918s.
You got pictures?
Yes.
Can we see them? Can we see them? You ain't got to show it the world. You show me.
And I was depressed. I ain't gonna lie, it made me depressed. I ain't gonna lie. What? And then like somebody yelled at me about my phone, and that kind of pissed me off. And then, I don't know, I was trying to stick it out. Like, it was kids out there. I was trying to stick it out. I was in my head contemplating, because I'm not a quitter. I swear I'm not a quitter. And I'm like, yo, my family gonna be like, you walked off the Color Purple. I'm like, I tried my hardest, but it was taking everything in me not to walk off of it. It was miserable. It made me really feel like I was back in those times, and I did not like that. Damn. I didn't like that. And then a train came while we was trying to hurry up and get this scene done. The train came and made us take a break, and I ain't gonna lie, that was my gateway. Pew, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. It's time for me to go. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never been so happy to quit in my life.
From a big set like that as well.
I walked off that set so happy I was leaving. Like, cause them sets you be on there for a long time. So I was thinking about that, and I'm just like, this for that long? I don't think I could.
What about what the pay would have made you stay if the pay was?
I mean, the pay was good because they still paid me for the whole day. And I ain't stayed. And they asked me to come back. I'm like, no.
Is acting something that you want to pursue?
It is. Like, honestly, it really is. But I want to be on like something like Power. Like, I want something that people can actually really fall in love with me as a character. But the only thing is, like, I ain't gonna lie, I did that as a kid, like from 5th grade to 11th grade. That was like 6 years of that. And I like it and it's cool, but I'm grown now and I'm not sitting on those sets all day for free. Like, that's how you gotta build. Like, the grind is different. Like, music, I can enjoy the way you have to grind with music. I enjoy everything I do when it comes to music. Like, I can't even say the thing I probably least enjoy about the music shit is the club.
Okay.
I don't really care for the smoke and the atmosphere and the being crunched up. Like, I don't really care for that, but I know that's something we do. Like, when I drop a song, I'm in the club all night, like every day. Right. But that's the only thing I don't like. Everything else, I love it. The photo shoots, the interviews, like everything else, I like. The studio, everything. I can't sit on no set all day, like, it's not, I'm not going to do it. So
you don't have to do that with Power too, though.
Guess what, though? I'm going to be on, I'm going to sit on that set. It's the grind. Like, it's not, I'm not into the grind. Like,
you ain't doing no more slave movies.
Yeah, that's what it is. They won't be no slave.
You will not catch me on that Massa won't
All
catch
modern
me.
day shows
Then
only.
they like, oh, you was cute though. You was gonna be a house nigga. No, I was not. No.
That make it any better. I'm a house
I'm a
nigga.
house nigga. Like, no. But look.
Oh, and you got the phone. Look, by Joe's face, you can tell that it
It ain't even bad though.
Look at that
It's
wig.
nice,
They could have like,
You
come on.
got it. You
That
in
wig was
1920,
crazy.
you bad. What it is, 1820, you bad. 1820, hey, ma'am, let me tell you, ma'am. You sure look mighty.
Look at the outfit though.
Yeah, ma'am. I just want to say
my
pardon me,
God.
ma'am. What they say back then? Pardon me,
Pardon me,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Pardon me, ma'am, but I sure do not mean no disrespect when I say you look rather ravelish in that.
Ravelish.
In that.
Well, I mean, that was definitely a fun fact. I mean, as we get ready to cap things off, Women History Month isn't full effect. And I mean, what's some women who've inspired you throughout your music career and on a personal level?
My music career, I would say definitely I like Cash Doll. I like Cash Doll because of her aura. Like I got my raunchy songs, I got my little turn up songs, but I really like having substance. Like I like having substance. I like confidence. I like popping my shit and letting it be known to be confident. A lot of females, like I always say this, a lot of females, you might think the female is the baddest. We might all think this one female is the baddest. Them be the ones that really be so insecure. Like, so that's what I try to push in my music, and I feel like Cash Doll, she like, you know, she pop her shit every time. Like she don't be caring.
She do.
And she don't got too many raunchy songs. Can you, like, we can't even name like 3. I can't.
She do her shit the way she want to do it.
Right. And that's it.
She had that baby glow too when she was pregnant. Oh look, don't look. And she in BMF. Well, was
She in BMF.
that because I got a joint loaded, but let people know how they can follow you, how they can get in tune with you. Any upcoming events that you'll possibly in the stage at? I mean, what's going
I
on?
got a listening party coming up for the song I postponed, and I'm play like my EP songs too, so I could like pick and take from it. So that's coming up next month. I wanted to add a girl too. I wanted to add somebody that influenced me. It was a girl way younger than me, Lele, and she influenced me because I watched her on the internet sitting next to, I don't know if it was her dad, sitting next to him rapping. And now that girl is on Nickelodeon. And now she she coming back for her rap career too now. She coming.
Oh, you right.
I like that.
Yeah.
And she's been confident since she was real little. I like that. And I feel like that be a thing too. A lot of kids they don't have that confidence that early. That be the problem. That be the prolong. That be really why some people ain't where they at, because they waited so long.
Damn, man. Shout out Lele. Shout out you for coming
Shout out your
through.
headline.
Cause
Shout out your headline.
yeah.
Get on your wig. Talk about your wigs and your hairline. Don't you got a little hair thing?
No, I don't got a hairline.
She like-
I be
she
I
like-
thought you
wigs.
designed them and shit.
oh nah, I don't design them, but I love me some wigs. I be promoting them and stuff.
Gotta make sure she got that good,
Hey,
But no, I do got a podcast that I just started.
Shout
Oh,
that
talk
out.
about it.
Plug it.
I just started. It's called Get It Off Your Chest.
Okay.
And it's basically, it's going to be a platform to where, like I'm going to make it to where people comfortable when they go through something, or maybe it's a popular subject at that point and they really got something to say. We're going to talk about it. We're going to debate about it, and we're going to get to it. It's situations that, everybody probably don't talk about. Like my first season, I talked about basically dealing with raising your kid with the other family. Because you know that quote, it takes a village to raise a child. Everybody think like, okay, it takes a village. It does take a village. It does. But if that village is corrupt and dysfunctional, you might be better off raising your child by yourself because it's too much misdirection. So we talked about that.
What made you start a podcast?
I always wanted to because I be having things to say, and I just feel like, and I wanted to create a platform to where I can debate with other people. We can give different opinions and stuff like that. It was just another thing that I just been wanting to do.
Get it off your chest.
Get it off my chest.
It's just you? No co-host, just you?
It's me, and I bring on guests whenever.
Gotcha.
Like, but if I got something to say, I just do it by myself. But for the most part, it's just get it off your chest. Whoever got something to get off their chest, they can come get it off their chest.
I like that. It's in your bio on Instagram?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, again, plug the links where people can find you. I do got iLLANOiZE. You know, it ain't out yet, y'all. We got an exclusive. It was out. It was, but it's coming. When is it dropping?
April 8th.
April 8th.
That's my son's birthday.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait, what is that?
Oh, that's the perfect date. But I mean, yeah. So Big Boss Blossom on Instagram.
All platforms, yeah.
You don't even be on Twitter like that or X. But you on there.
Yeah, I don't be wanting people to, if they looked at my old Twitter, I was so ghetto. No.
They gonna dish
Don't
you?
Look at my old Twitter. Huh?
They gonna dish you? Pull your old tweets up? Be like, this you?
Yeah. Yeah,
What you was doing on Twitter?
I
You
don't
was
know.
just
Like, it was
gang-banging.
like, yes. Like, what?
Your
Free
little
the
gang
guys,
banging
free-
ass.
I know, right?
No.
Chill,
You
gang.
heard I got a song called that little
Yeah.
gang banging ass.
That was you.
Oh my God, y'all ain't look at my Twitter, did y'all?
No, I'm about to go look now, though.
I saw something.
I'm about to go look now.
I saw some things. That's why I said you don't
That's how
be
you
on
know I
now.
don't be lying though. I don't be lying about shit I be saying. If you go look at that old shit, oh my God.
It's Big Boss Blossom on Twitter. Let's go see.
She just said, don't put her out there. And you trying to go to the Twitter to put her out
That
there.
joint be
Look.
like, free the guys. Like, what?
Ooh, is coming April 8th. We got it loaded for y'all. Y'all know what to do. Hit that download button on all your preferred podcast platforms. After you search iLLANOiZE Radio, hit that download button. Download that iLLANOiZE Radio app. Take us with you wherever you go. Give us a follow at iLLANOiZE Radio and iLLANOiZE. Head over to the site. We got so much goodies for y'all.